What's happening? Hollywood Yellow checking in. We back for another Big 3 recap. And week 8. Week 8 is in the books, man. Week 8 is in the books. So you know what that means. Playoff time. It's playoff time. And before we talk about them playoffs, let's get into this week 8. And first game of week 8, we had the trilogy going against the Killer Trees. The Killer Trees versus the trilogy. And you know, the trilogy, man, they trying to be a dynasty, man. You know, trilogy trying to be a dynasty. They trying to get that third ring? Think they got 2? They trying to get that third one? And it looked like they're on a mission to get it. So Saturday, the trilogy played the Killer Threes, and the trilogy came out They came out like champions. You know, they played like champions the whole game. In the first half, they outscored the Killer Threes 25-14. Isaiah Briscoe, he was out there holding it down. Mark Johnson, boy Clark, them boys, like, man, they came out balling. They came out balling. And they continued it in the second half. The second half, it was the same thing. They outscored the Killer Threes, same score, 25-14. And the trilogy will be moving on. The trilogy end up getting a dub, and the trilogy will be moving on to the playoff. Now let's move on to game 2. Game 2 of week 8. We had the Aliens going against the Power. And the Power came out balling in the first half, man. You know, the Power, you know, Power came to do what the Power came to do. The Power came to do what the Power came to do. And they, like I say, they came out balling. And they end up outscoring the Aliens 26-19. They end up outscoring the Aliens 26-19 in the first half. And in the second half, the Aliens was trying to make a comeback. But it just wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. The Power wanted it more, and they got it. And the Power ended up getting the win, 51-43. And the Power will be moving on to the playoffs to chase a second ship. Trying to get that second ship. Now let's get to the third and final game. We had Tri-State versus the Three-Headed Monsters. And the Three-Headed Monsters came out balling. Three-Headed Monster had a great season, 6-2 of the season. They came out balling in the first half, outscoring Tri-State 25-18. But in that second half, that's when the Tri-State took off. The Tri-State took off in that second half, led by Ray Nixon. He had 22 points, 4 rebounds. But them assists from Jason Richardson. Richardson had 9 assists. Them boys was out there balling. And then, like I say, that second half. In the second half, the Tri-State outscored the Three-Headed Monsters 32-13. 32-13. Yeah, they came with it, but little bit too late in the season, man. A little bit too late in the season. You know, they lost 3 in a row. They lost their last 3. So they finished the season off strong. They end up getting the win, 50-38, but it wasn't enough. Their season is done, and the Three-Headed Monsters will be moving on to the playoffs. All right, now let's talk about these playoffs. This Sunday, we got the Aliens going against the Trilogy. Tip-off start at 3:30. Listen, like the Aliens had a great season, man. Aliens had a great season. Them boys been balling. You know, head coach Rick Mahorn, you got them boys. He got them boys coming with it. You know what I'm saying? They had a great season, but with that being said, I think the trilogy go get them, man. I got the trilogy getting it and moving on to the ship. I got the trilogy getting it and moving on to the ship. Now this next game, that Power and Three-Headed Monster, I don't know. I don't know who gonna win that. But all I know is it's gonna be an exciting game. So make sure y'all tune in. It's Sunday, August 14th. Tip-off start for that game at 4:30. You know, BIG3 playoffs is here. And then we go see who move on to go against that, to get that ship, man. See who move on to get that ship. Let's see if the Power coming to get their second one, or if the trilogy about to get this dynasty going to pick up their third one, man. Or will it be a new team? You know what I'm saying? Will it be a new team? Will the Alien get their first one? Or will the Three-Headed Monster get their first one? We don't know. So make sure you tune in this week for some BIG3 playoffs. But until next time, Hollywood Yeller checking out HooBallinWorldwide. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to the BIG3. In the words of the great Ice Cube, yay, yay, we out.